Yes, I'm doing this video. Actually, I have not been uploading any video for quite a while, but recently Chinese had again once more gone overboard, and remarks that has been done by China hurled to the Philippine president was rather very insulting to think as a Filipino is not only hurting but it's challenging, should I say that. We knew China as an enemy of the Philippines for a while under the Marcos administration because during the 30 time, China enjoyed so much protection from then attorney Rodrigo Roa Duterte, president back then. A couple of years back. And tonight I would like to revisit what happened just a few days ago. The conclusion of Taiwan election was a sort of irritation to Chinese because the one winning the race was actually anti-Chinese. The guy is a pain on the ass of the Chinese administration. And for the president of the Philippines, this country that has been considered by China as a vassal country. You see, China, if you guys do not know this, a lot of people doesn't know this, that way back in the past, they had this concept of mandate from heaven, that they are being led by the sons of heaven, that their emperors are guided by God. In fact, to some degree, some people look at them as gods, sort of. Yeah, of course, that's different from the view of the Varaha of India, in which their king is rather a god king. That's different. I'm talking of the Varaha. But go back to China, the concept of Sinocentrism, if you haven't heard of that. Sinocentrism views the world wherein China is the center of it, and that every other kingdom, including Japan, Vietnam, all the rest, are vassals, are lower, are just subjects, are barbaric. It's only China, the model of everything, and everybody ought to follow China. Everybody has to obey China because China is just the best. It's the foolish concept of China. Of course, that was backed up by the Confucianist concept. Well, I will not go to that far explaining Confucianism. I will not go to that. But I would just like to confine my idea to this seemingly returning memoir of Sinocentrism. The reaction of the Chinese people, in particular the president through the Minister of Foreign Affairs, that the president of the Philippines congratulating the winning candidate, the president elect of Taiwan, was seemingly very offensive to them. Even saying that the president of the Philippines must read more books. It seems trying to say, your president is ignorant. They called up our uh, ambassador in China and telling him all this stuff, insulting the president of the Philippines, and in a way, of course, insulting the Filipino people. Chinese, excuse me. We know a lot better than you do about us. We knew so much about you. I mean, me in particular. We know how treacherous people you are. That you're even willing to sacrifice your family members just for you in the past to get your way to leadership, power. Some of you willing to sacrifice your wives just to get what you want, to get your way on whatever things you want. That's Chinese blood, traitor's blood. We know so much about you. I know so much about you that I hate your race. You cannot be trusted. Friend with China? Unless you are crazy, you do that. Especially when you are not Chinese, don't do that. If they do that to their own family, their own wives, children, brothers, I mean siblings, doing it to their own siblings, and you think they're friendly, they must be idiot. I mean, studying Asian history and looking closely into the fact how Chinese people behaves in way back then, how they treat each other in times of adversity. They're not a family. They're only willing to save their skin. That fact is written in history. That's China. Well, I'm not saying that Filipinos are the best people here around Asia. No, I'm not saying that. There are Filipinos who are not good. Lahat. But we never had that kind of thing. I mean, looking down at others, wanting to kill them because they are not Filipinos. Chinese is so much of that. And even right now, what they're doing? Bullying us right on our territory. I mean, technically, yeah, that's a territory, but it's actually just the EEZ, the Exclusive Economic Zone. So it is for us to enjoy and explore and exhaust that part of the sea. But you see what's happening? China is there, taking our part. Have we ever done that to China? No. But why China is doing it? Because China is always thinking that they must be obeyed, followed, served. And ex-President Duterte was very good at that, following everything China's saying. And a lot of Filipinos, apparently stupid, loves Duterte for that. They want to be dogs of China. And some Filipinos are just not able to think straight. American? Yeah, in the past there are enemies. I'm not saying they're good. But that was in the past. Chinese, on the other hand, were no friend, no enemies. In the past of the Philippines, they aren't. During the time that they don't have the power, they were good. The moment they had this power, they started to become foolish and rubbish, thinking that in Asia, maybe even in the world, if you go by the concept of Sinocentrism, everybody in the world, every country of the world has to obey them. Chinese policy. See, they in the past pushed what they call the Silk Road, sort of universal thing just like what you have today. We call this the Belt and Road Initiative, the BRI. It's actually patterned after the Silk Road. Hmm. So, Chinese commenting on Philippines bullying our president, no less. Telling him to what? Read more. Meaning, learn about us. Know us. We're the power. Hmm? Respect us. Otherwise, we'll kill you just like what we did to our own families. Because we are traitors. Who are you, Chinese people, to dictate us, to tell us what we should do? Chinese government, save your own skin. Your people are dying. Not enough work, not enough money. They're like a balloon. Americans and Europeans just poked you. Pride is gone. Your missile would not fly. There's no pride and dignity on that. And they're trying to paint a picture of a beautiful, powerful China. You're out of your mind. Be in touch with reality. Your financial power came from manufacturing. And obviously, you do not own the manufacturing of those goods. It's owned by what? Japan, an ally of US. Your master before. The Japanese people used to mock you. They make fun of you. I mean, yeah, they enjoy it. And the Brits, how they insulted you. You like it? Yeah, you like that much? Made you what? Cocaine addicts? Made fun of your culture, your women? Sucked. Not only your riches, resources, and everything. You know, I used to be sympathetic with China. I used to have so much sympathy for what happened to you, just like what I feel for the Indian. But with you, what you're doing right now, you're becoming hateful. You're becoming a disgrace to Asian spirit. No sympathy for you. It's happening to you now. Buddhism, right? The karma thing is coming to you. You're evil. Evil is coming back right on your doorstep. That's why you get for being bad. You're treated bad. So badly. You're going down. So now if Chinese people would say we are not that bad, then take down your leadership. Do something about it. Because if you don't, people of the world would look at you collectively as if you are part, all of you. Who would want Chinese people? Here, yeah, we have our Chinese. Because they came way back many years ago. They have been part of our country. Now you want them back? Get them. You can live without them. Because right now, we seriously doubt that they are for the Philippines. Because your race is always tainted with treachery. We cannot trust them in a way. They're helping us, yeah. They're doing business here, yes. Exploiting also many Filipinos. They're Chinese. Yes, they have citizenship as Filipino on the paper. Who said that? Not us. Teresita Angsi. That business leader, that Chinese woman, she said that. That the Filipino Chinese, their being a Filipino is only on the paper. By blood, by heart, in the mind, they're Chinese. You want to take them? Get all of them out of this country. We're sick and tired of your Sinocentrism. When you're down, get nothing, pitiful, they're so friendly. And the moment you get something better, they're like one hell of a dragon wanting to devour everything for your own. Chinese mind, greedy mind. It's unfortunate. We have you for our neighbor. Every neighbor coming close to you is so unlucky. You bring disaster. Even your mind pollutes. Look what we have here. CPP, NPA. Where's that from? Where are those stupids coming from? The mind frame came from you, Chinese people. See, you're so mad at our president congratulating the new Taiwanese leadership. They are your people. People in Taiwan. They're Chinese, mind you. Are you forgetting that? Our president congratulated a Chinese leader. Are you forgetting? Are you out of your mind? The Taiwan, especially the Kuomintang party there, used to be the enemy of CPP. What happened to your mind? You're losing it? That real Chinese spirit wants to kill everyone just to stay in power. For people who doesn't know about that, they might admire you. But for people like me, who knew about your story, that's your normal tendency. Because you're a Chinese. You're traitors. Neighbors treat us like this, saying you're friends. Classic Chinese friendship. When you can use your friend, you're nice. The moment they're not, they're going against you, kill them. Chinese mind. See? A lot of Filipinos doesn't know that. What I could say when I would be asked to describe Chinese in one word, greed. That's what you have. And, what's funny with what you're doing lately? Posing as a friend, acting like our enemy. And right now, needless to say, Filipinos, I asked them, well, I'm not happy about you. Are you saying you will send missiles to us? Those missiles filled with water? You're funny. A bunch of funny people doesn't know your word. Start studying your own culture. Well, I think it's done. I have practically exhausted much of that hate. I cannot be like Chinese. Yeah, I hate you for that. But I can't forever hate you because you're Chinese. Chinese are hateful. But we are not Chinese. We cannot hate you forever. Yeah, I love Chinese movies. Very entertaining. Just like when the Japanese was entertained. You killing each other. Right? So that's the best part. You're also entertaining, though you're loathsome. But well, I'm happy watching your movies, reading your history. Oh boy, that's really entertaining. How funny bunch of people are you. And you insulting us, insulting our president. You're truly out of your mind. Well, anyway, I thank you that I have seen you exactly, not only read it from the books as a teacher, I'm seeing the lesson acted in real life by real Chinese. What a people. You really are very much the same. Haven't changed for history. Haven't changed at all. Sinocentrism, the joke of Asia. Thank you everyone for listening. And we hope you guys, some of you will subscribe. Well, I'm not really begging for that, but if you do, I would be really happy. And hope you'd like the video. If you're Filipino, if you're Asian but not Chinese, hope you'd follow me for this matter. And thank you very much again for listening. Good evening.